Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell. You get all the updates. Really excited for today's beer. It is actually, I shouldn't even say probably. It was for 2019 the white whale, the beer I wanted to try the most. The beer I probably didn't think I'd actually have. So I'm really excited to be doing it today. For sure. I recently did the 2019 prop, which was amazing. I was a little let down by the reserve that was aged for 2 years. So this is the last one from the 2019 lineup of Bourbon County that I have left to do. So I'm really hoping to end on a high note. I'll try to be thorough, read what's on it, and all that kind of stuff for you and me. So if you just want the review, obviously fast forward to where you see me smelling and drinking the beer. But yeah, really excited. Right now for 2020, the top one I want to try is the Utopia's aged worldwide stout. I don't know if that's even being released right now like it's supposed to be because of everything that's going on in the world. But yeah, okay, so broke the seal. Oh, look at that. Nice. All right, let's read the outside first. And then I just realized this is like a couple days after, or one day after the April Fool's Day. I should have done an April Fool's where I like dropped a regular one, or like pulled it out and then dropped it. Oh man, that sucks. Anyway, I can't believe I didn't think to do that. All right, so Goose Island, Bourbon County, double barrel, aged 1 year in 11-year-old Elijah Craig bourbon barrels, then aged 1 year in 12-year-old Elijah Craig barrels. So, double barrel, hence the name, right? So 2 barrels, 2 years, 2 different, similar bourbons, obviously, but different. Double the barrels, a rare find. Back in 2017, we received a unique find. 11-year-old Elijah Craig barrels from our friends at Heaven Hill. We filled them with Bourbon County brand stout and tucked them away in the Goose Island Barrel House to age. After a year in the barrels, our brewers wanted to layer in even more complexity. That's when Heaven Hill graciously sent us 12-year-old Elijah Craig barrels that previously held Whiskey Advocate's 2017 Whiskey of the Year Elijah Craig barrel proof. Sorry, just the way the font's on the backing, it's a little tough to read at times. We knew something special should come from these prized barrels. We extracted Bourbon County brand stout from the 11-year-old Elijah Craig barrels and transferred them to the 12-year-old barrels to once again let the stout age for 1 more year in our barrel house. With double the aging time and double the fresh bourbon barrel additions, Goose Island Double Barrel Bourbon County brand stout accentuates our beloved Bourbon County brand stout original with even more vanilla, oak, and caramel notes, or caramel notes, depending on how you pronounce it. Limited quantity, but boundless in flavor, this one-time 2019 release shall be enjoyed by a lucky few. All right. What does this stuff say? Stout aged 11-year-old, yeah, 12-year-old. Collaboration with our friends at Elijah Craig. Develops in the bottle for up to 5 years. Bottled August 24. 18% ABV on the nose. 18% for this guy. Okay, let's do this thing. Proper glassware, courtesy of Mike from Nerd Sense. Thank you, Mike. Make sure you guys check out Nerd Sense. Not a bad time to enjoy this. My wife hates this style of beer. We're in quarantine, so I can't even possibly share it with anyone. Guess I'll have to drink the whole thing myself. All right. Yeah, I mean, maybe a quarter of a finger of a mocha head. Beer's pretty darn black. When I was pouring it, you could see some brown in the thinner spots. So, somewhere between dark Coca-Cola and motor oil, somewhere in between those two things, but definitely looks like a Bourbon County. I see some legs on the side for sure, so not surprising. It's 18% ABV. Let's get into the aroma. definitely get more of the oak, like the actual wood from the barrels for sure. Nice punch of the bourbon booze, but not overly done. Great vanilla. That vanilla almost reminiscent of marshmallow and vanilla. It's not as vanilla-y as obviously like the vanilla variant. It doesn't smell like it has vanilla beans in it, but it does smell like, it pulled a lot of vanilla in from the barrels. Dark fruits for sure. Some chocolate. Not the wood is so much there, but not overpowering. It doesn't smell. Although being very present, it's not overpowering the other aromas that are coming through. Initially, I was thinking milk chocolate. Now it's really reminding me of like Hershey's Special Dark. So yeah, it's technically dark chocolate, but Hershey's is making it, so it's still relatively sweet. So it's kind of in that wheelhouse for me. Some toasted coconut is shining through. It smells really good. Obviously this is a pricey bottle. And again, being let down by the 2 years of the reserve. And it was still a good beer, but it was not what I was hoping it would be. It was not as good as I was hoping it would be. Some people are saying this one is better, don't worry. But again, I'm really hoping to end on a positive note with this. Let's find out. Cheers. Okay, good. I do like this better. This is a better beer. No alcohol taste. Definitely getting warmth. At no point, at least in that first sip, did I get a burn. But there is definitely a warmth here. Like the aroma, I'm getting... It's not overly sweet. And I'm not surprised, given the ABV... the fact that I spent 2 years in barrels, that it does dry out some of the sweetness. So that chocolate, just like the aroma, is very much that Hershey Special Dark. Yeah, it's approaching dark chocolate, but it's still accessible for people who don't like dark chocolate. They like milk chocolate. So it's somewhere that between the two, hence why I keep saying Hershey Special Dark. The wood component for sure is there. One of the things I'm realizing lately is the stouts I've been drinking, 90% of them probably have been barrel aged. I think I'm forgetting what regular stouts taste like. I'm not getting a ton of the bourbon, specifically, and I think I've done this to myself where it's like this is just what a stout tastes like. It definitely has the bourbon in it, so like it's definitely a fault of mine where I should drink maybe like one of these regular stouts, non-barrel aged, don't call them regular, in the near future, and kind of like help reset my palate of what just a base stout drinks like. But yeah, this is really good. Yeah, because you definitely get unmistakably bourbon. That toasted coconut I got in the aroma late, like where I finally, like before I moved on, was like, oh yeah, there's toasted coconut. That's in the taste. Vanilla's in the taste. So I'm glad they said that. It's not as sweet as I think caramel is, but it's approaching that burnt sugar caramel thing. So I'm glad they said that. What was the other thing they said? Oak. Yeah, I definitely get the wood. I guess I said that a few times, so not surprised there. So those are three big tasting notes that they made a point to write on the packaging. I get all three. I guess I'm not surprised it doesn't say coconut, but I think a lot of people who drink this would get a little bit of that, toasted coconut. The finish is interesting. It's very chocolatey, which I love. It's a good thing. It's brownie, milk chocolate, and dark chocolate. It's a really interesting, complex, chocolatey finish, which is nice. Not the head's gone. I do see a little bit of brown on the rim, on the edge of where the beer touches the glass on the rim. Excuse me. So I'm glad I kind of qualified that with the Coca-Cola thing. Um, it still has some like like the classic, Bourbon County. What you think that beer tastes like? The the bourbon, and it's compounding a little bit. I guess I can use the word boozy a little bit, but it's very minimal for 18% on the palate. Definitely, I'm getting the warmth, so it's a little bit more boozy. I mean, tiny, talking a little bit of boozy on the taste. But you're getting that bourbon for sure. That oak, you taste. I don't want to say you taste all 2 years of it, but like it's if you're used to the regular, Bourbon County, it does have more of an oak taste for sure. So make sure you like that if you're going to try this beer. I do. I'm fine with this. Again, that lends itself to some of that vanilla. Does not drink like it has vanilla beans in it, but it definitely has that vanilla that you think barrels can bring. People were right. This beer is very good, and it's definitely not a letdown. It's definitely better than that 2-year reserve was. The adjuncts in the prop are just so good. This is just like a really amazing version of Bourbon County. Okay, and the reserve was I'd rather have the regular, and it's cheaper. And the prop was like, wow, these ingredients, these adjuncts are so amazing to go along with it. So like, I don't want to compare the prop to this. They're both really good beers, and I'm totally glad I got them. I did some extra chaperoning of school dances because I'm a teacher to have a little extra cash to buy this bottle. It was totally worth the free pizza I got for chaperoning and the extra money I got for doing that for this bottle. So totally worth my fundraising to be able to afford this bottle. Definitely I'm really happy with this. People were right. This beer is delicious. I'm not going to tell people how to spend their money, but I'm glad I bought this, and it's really good. I'm very excited to keep sipping on this the rest of the evening. Have you guys had this before? What are your thoughts on Bourbon County, on the variants they've done ever, 2019 specifically? Do you think it's not worth chaperoning high school dances to make extra money to get a bottle of beer like this? Whatever you're thinking, put it in the comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. We all need some conversations right now. If you're watching this in the way future, it is coronavirus quarantine time that I'm reviewing this. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate that. Check me out on Instagram on Tapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.